Welcome to Calvin, the Digital Creative School. Alright, what's up, Eric? What's up? That came out of nowhere. What, the countdown song? I'm just like going through, I'm cleaning up my SD card right now because I'm taking my big SD card with me to Norway. So I'm making a little bit of space here. But yeah, I'll be working on compositing the CHASM'S core render in a moment. Very excited for that. Did the countdown song come just out of nowhere? But it's a cool song, right? It's a nice song, I think. I'm proud of it. I was so concentrated and then the sound came on. It's just like, welcome. The gates of hell and heaven opened and are welcoming you. I'm also really excited to do a bunch of photo scanning in Norway of like nice uh, mountains and stone structures. Yeah, that's definitely a big goal to like make a really nice Norway photo scan collection while I'm there. You're going to Norway holiday wise or work wise? Holiday wise, I'm turning 30 and I've invited my best friends to join me to go to Norway for a week. So yeah, I'm gonna chill there with 9 friends of mine. It's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of walking, a lot of exploring. It's, it's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, have you been to Norway before? Only been there once on a bike trip. Like I went from with a bike from Kristiansand to Bergen with two friends of mine, and that was a lot of fun. Nope, but I like the vibe there. Yeah. The nature is amazing. It's so cool. Yeah, okay, I cleaned it all up. Okay, I guess while this is copying, we can start working on the compositing. Just compose this. Do you do a lot of client work recently? No, I'm basically turning down all client work, all requests that I get because I want to concentrate on the school. And I also want to, I mean, I kind of like want to push the people that usually collaborate with me to think of me when they have a job that I can do in public, right? Like when they, I'm just hoping that my usual collaborators reach out to me when they know that I'm only doing public live stream work, that they think of me when they have a project that is possible to do that. So until that is my normal work, I'm trying to live off of savings and just do this school here full time. It's a little bit of a gamble, but I feel like it's worth it. Here, let's see. Bum. CHASM'S call. All right, I'm gonna switch over to my desktop so we can composite. Render V5. Yes, so I rendered this overnight. Let's see how it turned out. Okay. Yeah, it's cool. It's interesting. It's not like um it's not fully to the quality that I set out to achieve. Like I would have just loved to add way more detail to it, but I think style-wise it is pretty interesting. I know you just from like esports stuff, like gaming and so. Do you also do a lot of other niches? Niches? I'm not sure. Niches, I'm not sure. I guess esports is the biggest niche that I was part of. I mean, I've done a bunch of music video stuff, of course. Some commercial stuff. I wouldn't say like I have a very strong niche. My usual niche is just like finding a director whose style I like and then just doing everything together with them. That's what I usually have been doing in my professional career so far. Oh yeah, let's comp it. Let's comp. So I'm gonna put it in here. Alright, so I'm also gonna give you a little preview again of my usual Resolve workflow, which I put a lot of time into figuring out how to make it as efficient and fast as possible. So, okay, let's set up the frame rate and everything first. 25 FPS is correct, but the resolution, we need a little bit different resolution here. It's 1920 by 810. Okay. Alright, nice. And then I'm going to create a new timeline out of this. Call this CHASM'S all black hole. Yes. Alright, so I'm basically always rendering a JPEG and a EXR. And I'm doing that because that way we always have with the JPEG just like a smooth playback, like real-time playback if we need to edit stuff. And then with the EXR, the EXR comes in wrong, right? But there's these amazing LUTs by Creative Shrimp. So I'm going here into LUT and assigning that LUT to it here. It is linear to array log C. So now it's very flat. And now I'm going into Fusion here of the JPEG sequence. Oh, what's the setup? Fusion workspace. UI Fusion default works best for this monitor setup. Okay, and then I'm dropping in my EXR sequence. And I'm basically just replacing the JPEG in here. Alright, then we need to select the correct layer. Now we have this super flat image. And then I'm getting another LUT here. File LUT. I need to get to the folder of those LUTs. Let me just do that through the color page here. This open file location. Alright, I'm going to copy that path and then in Fusion. I should actually make a macro for that. Yeah, I think I should just make a macro for that so I can quickly edit. Let me do that right now. So I'm pasting that in here. And then you can use all of these, like basically all of these LUTs here. They all create a little bit of a different look. I usually go for this print V2. I found that one to look the nicest, but they all have different styles. So it's definitely worth to like click through these LUTs and just see which fits your style the best. I'm also gonna go through here and just see what fits best. Well, this one's kind of cool. I think I'm also gonna copy paste it so we can have multiple versions here. I'm gonna do my Cineprint V2. Yeah, this one I like a lot. Then we have that one. Let me get one more. And actually, let's look at the other Cineprints. This one keeps it a bit less contrasty. This has more contrast. Wasn't the deadline? When's the deadline? The deadline was last Sunday, so I'm sadly not participating in the challenge. But yeah, I just couldn't make it because I was sick. So yeah, but I still wanted to finish it because I was very happy with what I was doing. Okay, so V1 looks not so nice. The resolve default. Yeah, Resolve Default also isn't bad. It's a little bit pinkish. Crazy Instant Film. Oh, that's very low contrast, very low colors. I don't like that so much. Classic negative. Classic cinematic. Filmic. Oh, that doesn't look good. That looks very cheap. Kraken, let's check that one again. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, no, I like this one. I think that I'm gonna make this my default LUT. So I'm turning this into a macro so I can quickly, easily edit in the future. So print v2. It's gonna log C. I think I'm just gonna call it Blender something. Blender to, yeah, let me call it Blender to print v2. Blender to print v2. So, boom, macro, create macro. I'm gonna call this Blender print v2. And I'm also gonna leave this open, so it comes with this setting, but you can still change it if you want to. So yeah. Save that, close it. Okay, now if I look for Blender, I should find Blender, print v2. Nice, yes. Yeah, that's cool. So it comes with that LUT already selected, but we can change it if we want to. Cool. All right. Yeah, and this is basically the fastest playback performance combination that I found that works. So yeah, that's why that's the workflow that I usually do. Dope. Okay, yeah, one more thing. I want to connect all the depth, all the informations here. So for Z, I'm going to use mist. Object ID I actually have. Object ID pass, but it doesn't work in the classical sense because Blender doesn't really support these object material IDs so well. So I need to do that separately if I want to separate objects. UV I got. UV. Normals I have for relighting. Normal X. Oops. Normal X, normal Y. Normal Z. And I have, I think position, no, I think position didn't work, so I didn't run it this time. Yeah, that should be it. Okay, cool. And emission I also have. Emission I need to do separate, so I'm basically just copying this and I'm doing a, oh, what the fuck is this? It's a weird pop-up opened up. I'm doing like a linked, oops, copy, and I'm doing a linked paste, so it's linked to the original. So if I change the LUT in one of them, it will change it on both. Okay, and here I'm just going to select my emission, so I have that separately. Very nice. I think that's one of the first things I'm going to do, actually. I do have already, from the compositing, some emission here. I'm not sure if I want to use that, but I could very easily change that by not using the combined, but using the view layer combined. Yeah. So composite, I have my Blender glow already, and in view layer combined, I don't have the Blender glow. Ah, but it removes these. Oh, that's so annoying when I switch it that it removes the additional channels. That's very annoying. Okay, so let me just test out what I like more than first. So I'm adding my Calva glow here. And I want to use mostly, mainly the emission layer first, and then I'm gonna add the rest of it additionally afterwards. Let me just switch this to normal so I have only the glow. And then I'm gonna mix in my rest of the scene here, but I'm gonna mix it in a little bit dimmer. Should I? I'm not even sure. Maybe I should just add the emission layer on top so it's even brighter. That could work. That could work. Let's see. Oh, it's so damn bright. It's so damn bright. Okay, maybe burn-in isn't the best selection here. Oh yeah, this actually works. Yeah. So if I do it on screen, and then I can choose how much more I want the actual emissive stuff to glow. Okay, that's cool. And then I'm gonna mix the glow in again with screen. There we go. Sadly, I will close the stream now. I have to cut the video and get distracted all the time because I want to watch you stream. Oh man. Alright, but thanks for coming by. Have a great work session. Dial in the glow a little bit here. I want everything to glow a little bit, but this red one is a bit much. More like that. And I think I also wanna blend it in just a little bit less in general. I don't want it to be too bright. Wait, can I just do that with the grain? With the gain? I guess so. Right? Yeah. I'm also thinking of like adding, like having like this like very soft glow on top of everything, but then also adding like a bit more harsher line glow. Let me play around with that. Oh, actually, let me see how it looks if I have the built-in the Blender glow already also. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the Blender glow too. No Blender glow with Blender glow. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Blender glow. Okay, cool. And now I am here going to duplicate, or actually I'm gonna create a new one. No, I'm just gonna duplicate it. I'm just gonna start from what I already did here, like that, and then I'm gonna use multi-mesh because who knows how many more glows I want to add. Like that here, and then this screen, and then this one I'm gonna do anamorphic. This one's gonna be an anamorphic glow. It's like slightly soft. Okay, cool. This one I want to make sure it only really glows the highlights, the brightest parts of the image. It's a little bit much. The hand is way too bright now. Oh wait, this needs to be the other way around. Yeah, like that. Maybe I need to make this threshold a little bit tighter. Don't want to overdo it with the glow. Yeah, this is a bit better. Yeah. This is more tasteful. Yeah. I think I also want to tone down the saturation a little bit in general. So it feels like it's oversaturating it a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit more saturation in the color grading later. Yeah, this feels more natural now. Okay, cool. I think I want to try to add more contrast to the hand in general, because like all of this is very readable, but this kind of like blurs into each other a little bit too much. So let me try to okay, first of all, I can reconnect the extra channels here again, since I settled on using the glow. All right, the mist, UV, U, and oops, V, the normals, normal X, normal Y, and normal, come on, normal Z, and that's it, yes. Okay, something you also always need to do with this, sadly, is you need a flipper, RS vector flipper that you can get through how's it called? Resolve reactor, and that will flip the. I think it changes X and Y and then inverts Z and Y, and then it inverts Z. I think because Blender's coordinate system is different than Resolve's, so it needs to be flipped, sadly. So that's what this node does. Okay. I think that's everything I need from there. And then, yeah, I wanted to separate the hand. I'm going to try to do that with a volume mask. Here we go. Put that, put the data in here, and then should be able to pick a spot. Oh, it needs to be in the background. Here we go. Right. Oh, because this works with the position data. I don't have the position data. Okay, so what data can I use here? The object ID? Oh no, the depth probably, right? Mist. Depth. Depth blur. I mean, I basically... Oh, I need a bool. Yeah, that's what I need. I need a channel boolean. Putting this in here. And then I'm gonna copy the mist. The mist data here. Where is it? Mist. Depth. I need depth. Debuffer? Think so. Yeah, that's it. So that's our depthy now. And then we can use this to, wait, should I use this one? No, that doesn't change anything. Okay, so then I can use this to isolate the hand stuff. So we can do that with a Luma key. I'm just gonna basically select, oh, I see the auto proxies fucking it up. There we go. And I'm just gonna select the depth that is relevant for the hand. So kind of like everything after here. Yeah. Yeah, so now it cut out everything that's in the foreground and only gave me the background. And then I can use this to change the brightness of the background. I'm going to do that with a curve. Collect curves and feed this into the mask. And then if we edit this, we should be able to see the difference only on the background. Yeah, there we go. And now we can make only the background more contrasty. What's that? Yeah, definitely helps. It's not, the look isn't quite right yet. Yeah, that's a little bit more like it. Now the background pops out much more. Yeah, cool. I think I want to try to actually have it fade off a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, like this, so the hand gets a bit brighter when it approaches the camera. Yeah, like that, that's cool. Okay, nice. I think I'm happy with that. Maybe I made it a little bit too contrasty. Let's see, a little bit less. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's a good balance. Yes. Okay. Reese just asked, what does the RS vector flipper do? I said that earlier. Basically, because the data from Blender comes in differently than what Resolve is used to. Resolve is, I think, on the Maya standard, and Maya has the Y and Z axis flipped. Like the Z axis is the Y axis, and also I think the Y axis is inverted. it's in the other direction. So yeah, it changes these two around and then inverts the data of the y-axis. So yeah, it's sadly a thing you need to do if you want to use Blender EXR multi-layer data with Resolve together. But only if you need those data, like only if you need the normal information and the position information. Yeah, if you want those to be correct, you need to use our vector flipper. Okay, so I got this. I want to add a camera shake and particles. And for that, I think for the particles, I want to actually get the Blender camera in here and place them as 3D planes. Do all of this and have smoother playback. See if what I need to disable to have smooth playback. Okay, this doesn't do enough. Really, I think I'm gonna get my JPEG sequence back in here so I can just work on the camera shake on real-time playback. That's weird. Even if I don't have anything, like yeah, I don't show anything from up here, but it's still loading in the data here. Would be cool if we could just like not do that so I can play it back in real time. Oh wait, is that a trick? Can I just like have everything, like I keep everything enabled, but then just disable the input? Oh, that's cool. Okay, that works. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I can just, yeah, I can just disable the media in, and then I have real-time playback just with this. All right, let's get the camera shake here. So, yeah, so basically I usually do two camera shakes. One with like a very high frequency small shake to just get that like kind of like camera jitter in, because that usually adds a lot of realism. Yeah. Just some nice little jitter. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Yeah, no, actually, no zoom, please. Yeah, this gives it definitely a little bit more power. A bit like that. Okay, that's good. Here I'm going to make sure I use reflect always, so we don't have any black pixels. More scams here. It's kind of amazing that the camera shake can add so much to the scene. Yeah, camera shake is really important. It just anchors the whole vibe in realism. Okay, so I'm gonna, so I got the tiny camera shake, and then with this one, I'm gonna add, oh, it's the wrong camera shake. There's two camera shakes, but one has way more options. This one here. Okay, I don't want to zoom in, I want to use reflect. It usually works pretty well. And yeah, for this one, I'm gonna make it bigger, but much slower. I don't need it that big though. And also maybe like having one specific direction would usually also helps to make it feel less digital. This maybe. Can be pretty slow. It's like a little bit less scale. Yeah, I think that's good. I think I'm gonna crop in a little bit because we do see a little bit of reflections. So let me just actually make it black and then just zoom in so it isn't so obvious anymore. Yeah, I think like that. And then when we use reflection, it should be not noticeable. Yeah. And maybe we also want to increase the shake when the camera gets closer, just to like add a little bit of development of the tension. So maybe here I'm going to increase the scale of the quick jitter. Let's see. Yeah, but way, way slower. Probably also not so much. I think this scale here is already way too much. Let's keep it like that, and then you have it like come in slowly. Yeah, that's nice and subtle. I also want to just move this a little bit earlier. Slowly starts already here. I think I want it more subtler. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm also thinking of adding some extra glow to these engines. Let's see. So I'm gonna put the camera shake now into our main machine here. Bam, bam. Let's enable this again. We see everything being calculated now. Okay, cool. So all of this looks pretty nice. Yeah, let me see if we can add some nice gleam to these engines. Thinking of God rays. Rays, light rays, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna feed this into the light rays. Let's see. Source threshold. Maybe we should actually use the emission stuff. Just the emission pass. Often. Angle? Oh no. 1 point. Yeah, I'm also already gonna try to like merge this into here, just see how it looks. Might be a bit too much, not sure. Yeah, I think it's a bit much. Just keep that out. What I think is way more important is the particles. So I'm gonna focus on that now. Let me get in the camera data from Blender. Gonna do that by selecting the camera. And then I also usually want to add a few empties to just like have a reference in Fusion where things were. So I'm gonna add an empty here where the people are. Let's position. We move all of this stuff into the camera collection, so it's easy to find everything. Okay, so we got that there. I'm gonna duplicate this, put this at the engine, and yeah, call this as a engine position. I'm gonna duplicate this and put it at the other engine. Just like rough positions, so I just know where things are like about. Okay, the hand is in the background anyway, so yeah, that should be fine. Selecting these positions and the main camera. And then I'm gonna export this as an alembic. Usually alembic works best. CHASM'S call, yes, ABC, call this cam. Selection only. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, it's done. Alright, so in Resolve then, let's go here to Fusion, import alembic scene. Let's go into the project folder, current projects, CHASM'S call, yeah, ABC. Frame rate is 24. Okay. Alright, let's see, did this work? Do I rotate here? It's all there, okay. Yeah, we got it all in here. It's the animation. Oh, the animation is not correct. The animation is not currently here, so we probably need to change the keyframes. Somewhere in the future, yeah, they're all the way over there. Camera, no, camera. Okay, so I think we need to move all of those keyframes over to the beginning. You just select everything here. And we're gonna move all the keyframes to the beginning. This should be it, right? Yeah, that should be correct. Okay. Then if we disable this again to have real-time playback, it looks correct. Okay, and then we need a render 3D. So now we have it from the camera perspective, but we don't see anything because there's nothing actually in there yet. I think I'm also gonna move everything to the left, so it kind of like looks into the center. Rotation. Oh, these are the empties that I added. Yeah, okay, so ABC. Let's move it so it's in the center. Here, I guess. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, and now we can add, I'm gonna add another merge 3D there. Let me clean this up a little bit. Position empties here. And then we need another merge 3D to put in our particles in there. And then we can merge this basically. Let's merge it after the color correction. So that stuff also gets glowed. Make a lot of space there. Okay, cool. Think we got it. Cool, okay. So I'm gonna use the our JPEG sequence again to work on it for now. So we can usually put this into the background image input, okay, to the image input of the camera, and then just have it in the background. Let's see. Yeah, so now it plays back pretty quickly. Actually, it might be faster if we merge it separately. Let's see. Yeah, it is faster this way. Okay. So this is faster, and now we can add our particles and stuff and see it in relatively real time. Okay, so I want particles that like get sucked into the center. So I'm gonna try to make it my own particles. I'm not super sure how well it's gonna work because I'm not so used to the particle system of Fusion. P emitter. My final render to the right, and then my particle workspace to the left here. Where is it? P render? Ah, okay, I always need a P render apparently. So I'm spawning particles here, and then I want to attract them. P point force. Yeah, that's fine. I want to attract them down there in the distance. I guess the strength needs to be very high for it to attract them. Yeah, very go. Very go. Very go. Very good. Okay, now emitter can be much bigger. Region, yeah, size, let's make it very big. Put it here. Just like, let's render it. I think we use that with render 3D, right? Yeah, we can see it. Nice, okay, we're getting there. Okay, P-render, we want to give them a little bit more of a style. Where was that? P-render, I think it was in here. Render. How do I style the particles again? Render, wasn't it in part of the P-render? Style? Change style? No. I thought I saw it somewhere. Oh, here. I think that's it. Style point. Bitmap. Blob. Ah, okay, here we go. We got the blobs. The blob. I want them to be pretty small though, kind of just like dust particles. Can I also pre-time this? Like, can I have it already spawn earlier? Pre-generated frames, is that it? 50? Yeah, I think that's it. So let's do 200. Yeah, there we go. So they're already like on their way there. Yeah, that's a lot of depth actually. So point force, and can we also have a turbulence? Turbulence, nice. Need to be so strong. I think I'm honestly just connecting these to the X strength, so it's easier to change it. It's just one value. No, it's better. I think I want the force to be stronger still. Right. I think it also needs to be further away. Minus 10. It needs to be super strong. Yeah, that's better. Okay, what about motion blur? Can we have some motion blur here? Motion blur. Sadly, the motion blur in Fusion is very slow, like performance-wise. And it also it doesn't really work. Like it just like adds these two separate dots. Hmm. Yeah, the motion blur doesn't really work at all. That's weird. Hardware render. Nah. Yeah, but particles look pretty weird without motion blur, I gotta say. It's not the real thing. Maybe I can just add like a zoom blur to this. Blur. A different direction blur. No, not that one. Yes, this one. Very much faking it, but if it works, it works. Ah, it doesn't look good. Ah, that doesn't look good, no. Kind of solves it. Yeah, kind of. I just why doesn't the motion blur work properly? Okay, but it kind of solves it. I'll keep it like this for now. Size variation. Let's add a lot of variation to it. Oh, not a lot actually. Let's keep it. Let's keep it smaller variation. I think also I'm gonna decrease the size a little bit. Yeah. Oh, noise. Yeah, this should just like add a little bit of atmosphere detail. Yeah, I think that's honestly fine. Yeah, just a little bit of like feeling like things like the spaceship is like falling apart, you know? That's what I want with these particles, and I think it does it. Yeah, that's fine. I'll keep it like this for now. Okay, and then I want to add some more particles though, and that is through stock footage. So I'm going to import a bunch of particle stock footage and see what we can use. Let's see here. Assets, effects, video effects, particle. I'm going to put this in Resolve actually because it's quicker to play back in here. So you can just quickly scroll through here and see what works. There's anything to use. Oh, lens flares. See, I'm definitely gonna add lens flares, yeah. But I'm with that. Let me just import them already, but I'm gonna do that later in as part of the color grading step. Oh, let me actually add a new folder here. Stock effects. And I'm gonna put all my lens effects in there. Use some of this particle stuff still. I'm not sure if I want to use any of these. They're mostly like fire stuff, and I'm not really looking for fire. Some particles not. What else do I have here? Debris, maybe? It's like stuff breaking. But if it was breaking, I would need it to like fall down into depth from the camera view. I'm not sure if I have that in here. Ah, not sci-fi enough anyways. Distortion, what's that? Nothing? Wait, what? Oh, because it's other folders. Okay. Fuck that for now. Dust. Oh, I think dust could be interesting. I could place something like this. Oh no, it gets cut off. But theoretically, I could place this on the side, like falling down into the black hole. But since it's getting cut off, I can't really use it. Yeah, like the machine debris. Yes, yes, that would be cool, but I'm not sure if I have. Oh wait. Uh, Could work, but it's not really the style I'm going for. Okay, I guess not this stuff. What else do I have? Energy? Oh, let's look at the energy stuff. That could be cool. Yeah, I think we can use some of this energy stuff on the engines and maybe even the black hole. Oh, this one I made myself. It's probably not so useful for this, though. Oh, this one I also made. This one also. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in. The hell? With. Yeah, this is putting the energy in. If anything else, etc. Oops. No. Glitch. That could be cool to like add a little bit of a glitch element to it. Yeah, I'm gonna import the glitch stuff. Be like a bit visual with all that stuff happening, but let's see. Grunge, nah, it's not really a grunge thing. Overlay. Ah, film noise, yes. Overlay I'm gonna import. Some nice film. I think we already checked. Really have weapons, but maybe some of this stuff could be interesting. Yeah, resolve is much faster for looking at stuff like this. No, I don't think that's really it. Smoke, no. Space. No, don't really need more space stuff. Sparks, maybe. Yeah, actually, let me just get the sparks in there. I think we can add some sparks to some elements to like make it really feel like it's falling apart. Okay. Volumetric. Yeah, maybe volumetric too. The reason why I'm importing everything is because then I can just select everything and make sure everything is the correct frame rate. Because it happened just too often in the past where stuff is the wrong frame rate and you have it in your shot, and then later you just notice there's some like weird stuttering, so I wanna just avoid that as soon as possible. Okay, cool. So let's start with the energy. The energy on the engines. Oh wait, this dusting? We could use this for like... it does look a little bit strange though. This could work for the engine. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Alright, let's go into Fusion. Just gotta find it again. There it is. Luckily the selection carries over. I'm just gonna enable loop here. I'm going disable the particles. Does that even make a difference? I don't think so. I think it's just the playback of this thing. Okay, so we got the directional blur here, and we don't want that on the rest of the stuff. So I'm just gonna merge, yeah, like basically separate this whole thing. I'm just gonna create a separate render here, and then merge that later, like this. Okay. I also need another merge 3D to add my image planes here. Plane, image plane 3D. This goes in here. I don't want this stuff. Can I just disable that? This here. Can I link it to this place somehow, or just need it? Do I just need to move it over there? I guess I can just easily move it over there too. Right, so what's the engineer engine position? There we go, down there. Yeah, I guess I'll just move it there. Let's see. Okay. Nice. Oops. And I also want to make sure the material, like, it gets layered on top. I think I need to do that. Where was that? Blend mode. Additive. What render engine do I even have? Software render, okay. I think accumulate was the correct one. But we still probably need to put this on screen. Oh, this needs to be... Ah, shit. So I guess I gotta put this after the particles, but the particles honestly can also be screened. Yeah, so I guess everything can be screened on top of each other. Okay. So that should be fine. Screen, screen, and then we have this thing here. How does that look? It's kind of cool. Not sure if we need that detail, but maybe it's nice. Always just nice to have some extra detail. I'm not sure. Maybe I should just focus on what's really necessary, which is what is really necessary. Typical stuff. Sparks, maybe? You know, yeah, if I want to make it feel falling apart, maybe sparks would be important. Yeah, let's just pick a nice spark element and then add it and see how it looks. Yeah, this one looks cool. Okay. I'm just gonna replace it, honestly. I don't want this energy anymore. Just gonna put this in here. So with this. Let's even play. Oh yeah, this. It's playing there. Wait, where is it? I don't see the sparks. Where are the sparks? Ah, here we go. Okay. So they're getting added over there right now, I can see. Let's get these in here again so I have a little bit more for reference. Wait, why is the engine position all the way over there now? The hell? What? Oh, now it's here again. Okay, I don't know. I don't know why it was in a different spot for a moment. Okay, so this is here now. Perfect. So I wanna rotate this. So it looks like they're falling down. Yeah, this is the downfall direction. Should be out of frame a little bit more because there's not really anything there that looks like it could spark. It's a bit better. Yeah, I think that's good detailed. Actually turn the particles off for now. A way to speed this up if we use hardware render. Is that faster? Not really. Oh, I think it is faster. Right, so this is 3.6 frames per second, and then hardware render is 4 point, almost 5 frames per second. Okay, so if it's quality-wise still enough, yeah, quality-wise it's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, sparks are pretty cool. I think I'm gonna put them where the characters are though, to like add a little bit more like attention grab there. Yeah, that's cool. Does it repeat? Because I have it on loop. Does. Maybe I can actually put it in a position where it can loop the whole time without being too noticeable. Yeah, like that. Okay, cool. Let's add another one. These sparks look really nice. This one's cool. Sparks 5. So loop that one. Then I am going to copy this in here and merge it in there. Place this somewhere else. Okay, the question now is though, does it add on top of each other or does it kill each other? Dude. Kick. I'm also streaming on Kick, but all I get from Kick is scam. There's nothing of value there. Oh, I see. Okay, it's replacing each other, so we need to change that. Hardware, yeah, we need to change this type here. Blend mode, accumulative, I think. Right? Did that fix it? No, didn't fix it. Software accumulative. Place. Transparent matte. Solid matte. I think it's accumulative, but it doesn't seem to work in the hardware render properly. So maybe I need to switch back to the software render. Yeah, now we have both. Okay. I guess we're going with the software render. For this, I think I'm gonna try to position it. Somewhere. Oh no, I think I'm gonna put more. Maybe thinking of like putting it also to the right. Oh wait, no. Put it here. Yeah, falling down. Then let me see where's the engine position. down there. Okay, that makes the position kind of make sense. Okay. Seems to be correct. Okay, I want to add one more Sparky, and then we can check out how it looks. It's fine for now. I want to color them though. I mean, they are pretty nice and yellow, like the rest of like the other main color palette style. Maybe I actually want to turn the particles a little bit more yellow too. Yeah, I think so. Can I do that here in the style? Drop color. Oh yeah, nice. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks rendered. Oh wait, we can actually I'll just connect this in here so we have like a separate preview method there, and then this is basically the final render. Oh, something isn't working. I think I need to put this on screen. Yeah, there we go. I need to make the particles hotter. Yeah, let's try that. I think I need to add a little bit of a blur to my full CG particles to kind of like be more similar to those ones. Okay, so let me add some, yeah, a little glow after this, I guess. like that. Yeah, and then just normal blur, just blur it a little bit. Okay, yeah, how does that look? Ah, they're way too obvious now. Maybe I'll just a blur, not a glow. Softer, 0.5. Yeah, maybe that would actually work. Okay, let's see how this looks. The easiest way to preview is in the editor, because the wait, was it? Smart. The caching here works pretty well actually. It's way faster than the Fusion caching for some reason. Also, just like play it back on loop until it's fluid playback. I'm kochen. Are we cooking, boy? We cooking so hard. We be cooking. Okay, I can already tell that the particles are a bit too hot though. Gerade richtig am Kochen, Junge. Den Music Doc. Machst du gerade Musik? Caching is super slow right now. What do you think is the best method of doing the color grading in DaVinci? Method? Best method? I'm not sure what type of methods there are. I mean, there's so many tools that you can use to color grade that are built into Resolve. So I'm not sure what you mean with method. Doesn't look like it's doing anything right now. What is happening? Nodes. Or like how to organize them? What nodes to start with? Oh, I'm not sure. There's so many. I mean, yeah, there's so many different ways to do it. I don't know which one is the best, honestly. Resolve is not really. It's not playing back much right now. I'm not sure if my PC is just. Oh yeah, it is. It is rendering, I guess. Okay, I'll just let it. I'll just let it render. What notes to start with? I mean, I'll show you. I'll show you how I would grade this in a moment. We're almost there. Yeah, but there's so many. I mean, yeah, color grading is very open-ended, in my opinion. Very different ways you can achieve a look. There's a simple rule, V-Stress. All right, Eric is gonna drop some knowledge. I know about contrast, midtones, highlights, and temperature. Ooh, there's so much more than that. There's so much stuff. Okay, yeah, we're slowly getting frames here. Yeah, I think I definitely need to tone down the particle hotness a little bit. Well, that's also a problem, like when the foreground elements come in, but I can do that. I think I can mask that out pretty easily with the depth pass. Just like to just have elements that are close to the camera be on top of the particles. Yeah, like especially like in a moment like this. Okay, Eric says first nodes, color space transform, then basic color correction, lift, gamma gain, balance. Then you play with hue saturation, boost some colors or take some away. Then you go into the skin tones, match them with the vector scope. After that, you can start to build a grading style. Adjust the skin a bit off again afterwards, and finish it up with some glow, halation, film grain. Yeah, that's a pretty solid setup, I would say. That sounds like a good plan, Eric. I'm slowly getting there. I digged one time pretty deep into color grading. Yeah, I mean, from the professional color graders I know, they treat color grading very technically. Like it seems to be a very technical topic too. To like really make it technically correct is a big part of it when you want to do it professionally. But I don't care so much about technical technical stuff being technically correct. As long as it looks cool, I don't care how it's made. Okay, almost there. Four more frames. I'm not sure if this like just like having it play on a loop until it's all caged, if that's the best method to do it. But it's kind of satisfying because like it will start getting faster and faster. Oh, it's not bad. So the hot particles are kind of cool that they're glowing like that. Yeah, that's not bad. There's also a pretty cool plugin I discovered for Resolve to Color Grade. It was developed by a small colorist. Oh, okay. What is that called? Yeah, guys, I think this got a pretty cool feeling. The sparks definitely add a lot to the atmosphere. Um, so what should I still adjust? I think I'm gonna make the particles a little less hot and make sure that they're in front of the foreground elements. Like it's not so obvious as I thought, but I'll just do it anyway. So single frames don't look wrong. Yeah, just a little chill the particles just down a little bit and put them in the background. Yeah. It's called shift. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go back in for a moment, adjust those things, and then I'm gonna get into color grading and lens flares and stuff like that. Overlay stuff. Okay, so I need another channel boolean here. Oh, actually, no, I can use the same one. Yeah, I can use the same one. I'll just use a new Luma key. Oh, no, no playback, please. Okay. Okay, so just the very foreground elements. Where is the moment where we have this thing fly by the camera? Oh yeah, here we go. I guess I also just want to see the alpha. Yeah, that's easier. Okay. So yeah, this is all in the foreground. Then it should start to fade out. Yeah, I think this is a good foreground mask. Yeah, okay, so let's feed that into the merge here. That should be everything that I need. Yeah, it got cut out now. Okay, and then let's make the let's make the particles a little less hot. Maybe let's turn the gain down to 3. Let's go to a moment where they are pretty hot and just make sure. Okay, so they're pretty hot here. Let's put the gain to 2. Yeah, I think that's what I need. So these, I think I need to make them a little less saturated. Yeah, like that probably. Maybe also the glow, turn the glow down a little bit. No, maybe the blur. No. Okay, yeah, that should be all fine then. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to render this out as a DNX HR just to have it in there because I don't want to rely on the caching too much. Oh, actually, the easiest way to do that is in the editor. I usually kind of like pre-render shots by just duplicating them and putting them one layer above. And then, oh, actually, let me rename this while we're at it. Name like whole on one. Yeah, duplicate one layer above. Hide this one. Actually, I don't need to hide it. And then I'm gonna right click on it and do render in place. Where is it? Ah, yeah, render in place. DNX HR, clip name render. Yes, that's all fine. Render source resolution. Yes. destination is CHASM'S call render. Okay, and then should render that into DNxHR, so we have one version that's always gonna be able to play back in real time. And then I'm gonna add the, like lens flares and stuff like that. Lens flares and color grading. Oh, Eric shared the color grading add-on. Let's check it out. Shift for DaVinci Resolve. Mhm. Okay, that's cool. I mean, yes, it's just like an effect that kind of like helps you to create a cinematic look. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, that's cool. Watermark. How much does it cost if you wanna buy it? Can upgrade anytime. Product license. Wait, you gotta write them an email to get it? Wait, what? $60. Okay. Oh, it's up here. I see. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I would like to give it a shot. Maybe we can actually try it on this thing here. I need to put my full name and password. Yeah, okay. Let's just give it a shot. I mean, Eric says it's good, so let's try it. New product. Okay, cool. Then let me install it. Shift. Type in Peter. Yo, Zach is also here. What's up, Zach? Oh, it's an Ufff plugin. That's cool. That means I can also use it in my other software. Maybe. Yes, Zach, I'm basically just finishing up the CHASM'S call render. That's why I'm streaming right now. Because I also want to, I probably don't have time today, but I also ideally wanted to create a YouTube video about my process of making this, making the CHASM'S call thing. Yeah, because I'm I'm already late anyways, so I think if I don't do it today, the interest around CHASM'S call is gonna die down completely. So yeah, I'll just try to do it. Maybe a friend can help me to finish it up while I'm gone. The interview will start at 17 as always. The Professional Friday interview. I'm honestly really excited to talk with the Blender Kids team. Very interested in what they have to say, and I think I'm also going to show them the current cut of the video at the end of our interview to just see their reaction. And also, yeah, I'm also interested in like hearing if they think what I'm saying makes sense or if it's correct, right? Because I also I don't wanna talk bullshit. So it's kind of cool to maybe have the opportunity to double check with them. This one I can format. Nice. Oh wait, I'm getting a drink. 1 second. Other SD card that I'm gonna format for the trip. So this is a huge SD card. This is a 260, no 56 gigabytes. I'm gonna use it for the Norway trip, so I have enough space to take pictures all the time. Oh, this too, nice. Okay, nice. The render is also done. Okay, so we should be able to have real-time playback here now. Not yet. Maybe I do need to deactivate this. Yeah, I do need, okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty cool. Yeah, so let's get into color grading now. I'm gonna actually restart Resolve so I can use can try that add-on that Eric showed. Shift, color shift. Hello, yeah, Blender, you can close. I don't need you right now. Thank you very much. I wonder how much slower live streaming makes my PC actually, because it feels like my PC is just in general having a much harder time to do stuff when I'm live streaming. Not much. Yeah, maybe it's just a feeling, a vibe. Here we go. CHASM'S call. Black hole. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's try out Eric's shift color grading add-on first. Let's just see what we can make with that. So it should be in the effects here then, right? Shift. There it is. Nice. Shift, put that on here. Okay. So color management. Ah, we already have a nice little watermark. Very good. Okay, so camera. Yeah, I don't use a camera. Guess I'll stick with lock C. Okay. So let's just change these sliders until I'm happy with the look. Font. Oh, this is interesting. This makes the colors pop really nice. I like this, whatever this is doing. This is also cool. Not so cool. That's not so cool. Burn. A little bit of a burn, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's pretty limited settings, but it definitely helps you to create a cool look pretty quickly. Yeah. I don't know if it does much. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really do anything that you can't do without it, but it makes it easy. Yeah, it's just easy to like change some sliders and make it look nicer. Yeah, it's cool. It's nice. I'm gonna do it from scratch, since that has been the topic of of the whole project, doing everything from scratch. Okay, so let me just start with getting the contrasts here with the curves. Can I play back and change at the same time? No, not really. So I'm basically just like looking if like adding additional points in between the main ones change anything in a nice way. Most of the time they do. Most of the time there's a little bit of a nice difference you can make. Okay. Alright, so I got my first pass on the contrasts here. Cool. So now I'm gonna do another pass and gonna play around a little bit with the color wheels here. Let's see. The shadows a little bit more. Direction is kind of cool. Yeah, it just makes it a little bit redder. Yeah, I think it's nice. Also, I feel like people often overdo it with color grading, like especially in the beginning. Like if it already looks nice, you don't need to add color grading, or like you don't need to change the colors if you already like them. So often it's just like tiny little pushes towards something else. Maybe like that. Yeah, just a tiny little change. Then the highlights maybe could be a little bit redder, just a tiny bit. This. Yeah. Okay, so before, after. Just made it a little bit warmer, basically. Yeah. Okay, cool. Usually what I do at the very end, which I can already just add, is I'm using these curves here, the luminance versus saturation, to make the blacks completely black and the highlights completely white. It usually makes things feel more cinematic, more realistic, if that's happening. You don't always need to do it, but I tend to like to do it. Like I think it's pretty obvious. Like if I have this enabled here, if I disable it and enable it, like it looks just much more cinematic immediately, because I guess it's also like pulling the eye more towards what's important, because then you also have the color contrast only where where you have the correct amount of light, right? So like you can kind of see like the main part where you have enough light stays colored, and the rest just gets desaturated a little bit, which helps to like pull the focus more towards what you already intended to be important. So yeah, I like it. Maybe I want to do it a little bit less though. And maybe also like just push it in the middle a little higher. Oh no, I don't think so. I guess you can just do the saturation directly with this too. Yeah, makes it feel much more cinematic for sure. Yeah, cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, I usually also like to just play around with LUTs a little bit, but since that isn't like, yeah, I'm just gonna use it to like play around and see a little bit what could be. Just kind of like get ideas. Oh, that's intense. That's also pretty cool. There's nothing interesting in here right now. Where all my I used to have many more LUTs than this, honestly. Yeah, but no, there's nothing really interesting here. Okay, let me try to add some halation, see how that looks on this. So I should also do that before the last one, probably. Ooh, I think halation is pretty nice. Yeah, the halation is pretty nice here. Secondary glow. Oh, very nice, very nice. Just very slightly. Grain, no, I'm gonna add grain myself. Glow adjustments. Ah, this is like the burnout protection that I added to my glow effect. Aspect ratio. Oh, we can make it anamorphic. Yeah, I'm gonna do it anamorphic for sure. Detail loss? No, no, thank you. I want that detail. And then global blend, maybe blend a little bit less. Just like slightly. Yeah, yeah, the halation is pretty nice. Okay. Something that I also usually like to do is um tilt shift blur. It doesn't I don't end up using it most of the time, but I like to experiment with it to see how this also helps to pull the focus towards what's important. So I guess on there. Yeah, maybe I'll just add a little bit of it right here. Yeah, I think just a little bit is nice. Mhm. Yeah, that's nice. Eric says, did you use halation before? Yeah. I use halation sometimes. Not on every project, but sometimes. Okay, nice. Okay, I think we can experiment with um, lens um, lens flares now. Oh, and also overlays. Oh yeah. Wait, yeah, I'm gonna add the grain already. This one has like a nice flicker to it. Could actually add nicely to the scene. Let me change here the timeline settings. Oops. I want to change that everything I add is already like full screen. So you can do that here in the settings. And then here, full frame with crop. Right? Yeah, that's it. And I'm gonna do this as an overlay. Yeah, and now we get some nice grain. I'm not sure if this is the best grain for this though. Let me try another one. It's the one I use right now. Yeah, let me try this one too. Yeah, this one is nicer. Yes, this one is much nicer. Yeah, it just came back into the stream and then you were already done. You don't like the built-in film grain. It's fine. No, I think the built-in film grain is totally fine, but this one I almost always use this one. It just feels a little nicer to me. It's just like the preference, I guess. Okay. Let's experiment with other overlay stuff that I have here. Oh, this one could actually be interesting. Yeah, a little bit of a VHS, like it's a camera, surveillance, not surveillance camera, but like a camera on the ship. One works kind of well. Exclusion. Mhm. It's also fine. Not super sure if I want to use this. I think it's a little bit too much, or like maybe not like super fitting. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see the other stuff. CCTV. Yeah, let's look at the lens flares. Maybe we find like a fitting lens flare for this. Yeah, I also use the external one. I just like to use. I'm always pretty minimalistic with effects. I like it clean. Mostly effects just ruin the quality of the footage itself. Yeah, I'm the opposite. I don't like it clean. I mean, usually, sometimes I like it very clean. But most of the time, I like to overdo it and add a lot of shit. Would like to have like static lens flare in this for the most part, just like one that's kind of like hanging out, adding some real, like adding a realistic touch to it. Yeah, something like this. Oh, wait, I'm getting a call from Eric. One sec. Turning on my. All right. Eric just asked me if I can take my MIDI keyboard with me to Norway. Of course. Yeah, I already thought that when I saw your full folder with effects on. Yeah, man. I love overlay effects and shit like that. Going to Norway. Yes, I'm going to Norway for my birthday with some friends together. Let's just try this one out. Screen. Yeah, it's not bad. I think we need one that's like slowly moving because the camera's also moving. I do want a subtle one though that doesn't put too much shit on the screen. Police! Light leaks? No, no light leaks, just flares. Oh, I like this stuff too. This stuff is pretty cool. Now let's just see how it looks. Oh, it's not bad. Yeah, maybe I'll keep this. I'm gonna change the color of it to like fit in with the rest a little bit better. But I think it's a cool little detail. Oh, maybe even this one. This one seems to be a bit better fitting. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna stretch this on for the whole length. For retime method, I'm gonna use just frame blend. I think should be fine for this one. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's find a lens flare. Anamorphic. I want like an anamorphic lens flare. Yeah, something like that. Oh yeah, these are some of my favorites. These ones are really nice, really premium. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Let's adjust them a little bit timing wise and position wise. Maybe like flip it around. Yeah, that's good. And then this one needs a little bit more contrast. Maybe I want to invert the timing of this. Reverse timing. It's optical, no. Frame blend, yes. Reverse didn't work. Will become you will come back with gray hair. Why with gray hair, man? Vistra says Triune overlays are the best. Yes, they're awesome. This one. Let me check the ones individually again that I have imported here. Now this one is a bit too busy. This one is nice, and adds some nice texture, but I need to adjust the contrast. This one. Yeah, this one's pretty sick. Timing-wise, it's also cool, like when it's coming out of the planet. It kind of fits. Okay, let me finish looking through the lens flares though. I want to make sure I've got the right one. This one I also like a lot. Let's just see if it works. Yeah. It doesn't feel like super connected to what's happening. This one feels a little bit more connected. Yeah, this one feels a little better. I'm going to keep it in here for now, but I don't think I'm going to go with it. Alright, this one could also work. Yeah, this works pretty well together with the camera move. Yeah, honestly, this one fits pretty well. It's too much light on the right now. Yeah, this is a good balance point. I just gotta adjust the contrast of it. Yeah, it feels like a reflection of the engine, which is nice. Yeah, that's good. This one, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Sure. Maybe I want to keep it a bit cleaner with just using this one, because this one fits really well. Let me finish going through the lens flares. Yeah, I think I found the one. I think that's the one. Let's try to make it fit in. Is this the right layer? Let's see. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna make it a bit darker. And then just the colors. Let's see if I can just do a full-on hue shift to our color space. Like that. Saturation. Just a little bit of saturation. Maybe even no saturation. I think it needs a little bit of saturation. Wait, what did I change? Wait, what? What did I change? Where's the fuck? Oh, I didn't select it. Oh, here we go. Okay, now it's selected. Wait, what am I changing here? I'm not. What the fuck? I'm changing the grain. Okay. Ah, okay, so every time it loops, it selects, it deselects it. Okay, I think I want to scale it up a little bit though, because the beginning is a little distracting. Like this. Yeah, okay. Washing it out a little bit too much for my taste still. I think I also want to tone down the grain just a little bit. Yeah, like this. And maybe I want to get this one back in. Maybe. Yeah, let's just try. Let's try to adjust it to fit with the style. First of all, let's get it into our color space here. Purple, yeah, like that. Ooh. I think I need less saturation. Yeah, that's not bad. I know effect who might would look good on there. Okay, what effect is it? I don't know how it's called right now. Ah, shit. Okay. This and this. Okay, I think timing of this lens flare could be a bit better. Yeah, let me try to time it a bit better. So that means it's to cut off the beginning a little bit and then make the end a bit slower. Let's see. Yeah, I think so. Maybe I also want to invert it. Because we have all this detail to the right here, but we don't really look there in that moment. So maybe I want to flip this around. Yeah. Oh, you sent it to me in Discord. All right, let me check. Tiny circle in the shadows. I don't know what the effect is called. Ah, I think it's called half tone. Do we have that effect in Fusion actually? Um, wait. Oh, not sure. I'm sure if I saw it in here. I used to use it in hit films sometimes, but I'm not sure if I ever used it in Fusion. Okay. Okay, so I'm starting to feel like this one, the second lens flare here is a bit much. I think this one's the only one that we really need. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a bit cleaner with just one lens flare. Oh, but I also want to still experiment with some distortion overlays. Let's see, overlays, glitch. Yeah, some of this stuff. And not the super digital stuff, more like... Oh, Kim's glitches. Oh, those are pretty tasty. I do want one that's a bit more subtle, though. Oh, the beginning is pretty cool. Ooh, that's strong. Oh, this is interesting. It's like some digital artifacts. No, I don't think this one fits so well. Oh, this stuff could work. Yeah, that kind of works. Maybe we can have it a little subtler. I think lighten worked pretty well. I don't know. It's, feels a bit much. think also that the frame rate is like kind of strange on these recordings, on these glitches, is not really fitting with the rest. I think these are the same ones. I think Kim's glitches and the one that I already had are the same sometimes. Oh, this is good. Yeah, just like some little texture here. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. Let's try to like make it faster. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, I think I like it. I'm not super sold on it yet. I think I like it. Let me try out some of Kim's glitches up here. It's the one that's a bit chiller. Just gonna try this one. Yeah, it's not bad. The tiny touch of halftone. I also have some, want to give a try to them. For my opinion, the glitch is too much, but you know, I'm minimalistic. Yeah, I'm also not super sold on it yet. It's, I mean, I think at the end I like it, like when the hand is coming closer. That's kind of cool. So maybe I'll just like have it glitch out a little bit at the end there to give it some impact. It's, okay, yeah, maybe there, and then I'm gonna have some come in here and there when it feels like it makes sense. The moment where the hand comes out. Oops. There. Shorter. Much shorter. Just a little thing. Yeah, I think I like this. Yeah, probably not the first one. Well, the first glitch feels a little bit much. I think the others feel good. Maybe I wouldn't use an overlay over there, maybe more like a glitch effect which interacts with the scene and not just some random overlay glitch. Yeah, that would also work. I think I kind of like it now. I think I'm satisfied. Not super sure about the lens flare anymore. Just keep going back and forth about the stuff I'm adding here. Let's see. Yeah, I like it more without the lens flare. It distracts too much from the cool hands coming out. Okay, and what about no glitch? I think I like the glitch. Yeah, I like the glitch. If I bring this one back in. Yeah, this one is subtle. This one is cool. Okay, everyone, I think... Wait, the tilt shift blur is a little bit too much on there for me. Yes, okay. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. Yeah, I would say this is the final version now. Yep, I'm happy with that. Okay, so yeah, I'll render this out. Oh wait, can I? Let me just go into color grading one more time here and check if I can adjust the contrast a little bit more again. So I feel like it should be a little bit darker. Yeah, like that. Yeah, okay. Beastress says looks cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll export this and I'll try to edit like a making of. Ah, no, but the interview is in less than 1 hour. There's no way I can make that. Damn. Okay, yeah, I'll just post this on social medias and then I'll see you guys in a bit for the interview in around 1 hour from now. So yeah, thank you very much for watching my spontaneous stream here, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Does the echo work, by the way? Am I echoing?